What up, it's Ron from TG. And in today's video, I want to show you how to trade support and resistance. I'm going to give you a trading strategy for it so you can make money the way we're doing it. I'm going to show you a ticker that we are currently swing trading, which is PDD. And I'm going to show you, I'm actually going to screenshot this so I can draw on it better. This is real time happening right now. Right now, the contracts that we're in are for PDD 120 call expiring on October 17th. And our target right now is 120.14, pretty much around the 120 area. But the trading strategy is really, really simple. Okay. And I'm actually going to show you how I get these levels first before I even start. So first, I'm going to update my levels here. The thing about updating your key levels, your support and resistance levels, is that you want to use tools like Gextron, where it's forward looking. It's always giving me the most latest, up to date support and resistance levels every minute of the trading hour. Okay, because the way it does it is that it grabs the option contracts, the option premium for a specific ticker, it calculates it, and then it gives me this simple bar chart. And the only thing I need to do as a trader is look for the tallest bars, whether it's to the down negative bars like level 100 or strike 105, or even tall bars, positive bars like 110. I'm sorry, 110, 120, 140, maybe 130. Okay, so all I have to do is just mark these levels. So as of right now, I marked the levels. If I go back to TradingView, I had 106 as P-Trans level. P-Trans is actually a support level that we use in Gextron, which represents the start, and it's almost like the final support line for support for a given security. It typically is the first positive bar, and all the tickers, all the bars to the right have to be positive. But in this case, I had it marked as 106 back a while ago, and it's actually different now. It got updated today, so it's 109. So I need to update that level right now as we speak. And so for me, the way I'm trading this is like, okay, if we cannot hold 109 anymore, then it's my cue to exit my trade because this is the final support level. Okay, now the next thing I need to figure out is like, where's the next level of, we call them areas of interest or max reward, which is usually the tallest positive bar that there is. 110 is by far the tallest positive bar. You can see it right here. It's pretty big, right? So I have to make sure I have that checked out, and I have it here labeled as MR. Okay, so that's good. So as of right now, the next thing I need to know is like, okay, if we are above 110, then we need to play to the next key level, which is, you could say 115 maybe. It's not tall enough for me, but the ones that really stand out is like 120, 130, and 140. So I have those levels checked off. I believe I have 120, I believe I have 130, and I do have 140. Awesome. So what's the strategy? Like what am I trying to do here? Well, when I'm using this tool right here, Gextron, the reason I got in, the way I get in, and I alert this to my Telegram group, is really simple, okay? Essentially, what you want to see, or what I want to see, is I want to see price on the daily time frame, preferably, or the 1 hour, close above, getting above P-Trans, or in this case, getting above the biggest level of resistance, okay? 110 for the last cut for since Friday, and even somewhat on Thursday of July 17th. It doesn't have to be a hard area, but you can see that this area right here was a level of resistance and it got rejected, right? Today, um, we got above it. Okay, so now my trading strategy goes like this. Now I have to change my thesis because the data is changing, right? I only change my thesis if when the data changes in Gextron. So it's simple. Gextron is telling me 110 is the biggest level of support as of right now because we are sitting above it. If price action gets below it, it's going to be the biggest resistance level. So as long as price action stays above 110 as of right now, because this can change later in the day, it could change tomorrow, and so on. The next area I want to hit is 120, which is where my expected target is by the end of the month. That's why I said this trade is going to take about two to 4 weeks to play out. and that's why I got October calls. Okay, so the contracts are sitting at 28% right now as we speak. And so that's pretty much it. That is the support and resistance trading strategy. All you want to do is go from a key level to key level. Now, in the instance of this, let's say PDD is just getting above P trends. You have to make the conscious decision whether it's worth it to go from here to max to this area of interest. Most of the time, it's not. In the situation like this, we got in days ago for PDD, like all the way here when it was just getting above P trans level, when it's making that positive transition to bullish. But sometimes I get scenarios like this where we're only one strike level away from hitting the next resistance, the next level of resistance. Typically, what I want to do is avoid low RVR, low risk versus reward. I want setups like this where we get above one level and the next key level is like 5 to 10 points away, right? And so in this case, for if you were to just get into PDD, getting just now above at 109, if price was just to hit 110, it would not be a good risk versus reward. You want to avoid strategies like that, support and resistance trading strategies like that. You want to make sure that the RVR is solid, right? And you can do it just as easy as creating this long position, and you can see here, like if this was the case, if you were to get here at P trans, you only have about a 1 to 1.5, not even a 1 to 2, right? You typically want a 1 to 3. So the way I would trade this is like you got to make sure that you have a good risk versus reward, right? One strike away. You're willing to risk $1 on PDD to potentially go up 10 points, right? Now this makes it a 1 to 9 instead of that 1 to 1, right? That's just the easy strategy. It doesn't get more complicated than that. All right. Let me give you another example of SMCI or maybe Zeta. Zeta is actually a good one. This is another contract that we're in. We're currently up 34%. Okay. So we got into this contract. Again, same scenario, right? Where 15 was a level. Let's actually pull it up here on Gextron because I may need to update these levels actually. So at the time, 1450 was P-trans, and 15 is an area of interest. The data remains the same. It hasn't changed. The biggest max reward at the moment is 17.5. So to me, all I need to know is that, okay, when I got into this trade at the time, 15, as price was getting above it, I took an early entry at P-trans, and I know I just contradicted myself, but the way Zeta was closing in was because we had high volume too. We had some pretty good volume here. Okay, so I am always analyzing volume to give me that kind of confirmation to make sure that, okay, this move looks good. And if I take an early entry, then this can potentially break 15, which was an area of interest. And then I can go for 1750. But I need to update my lines right now because Gextron just told me we actually have another level of resistance as of right now. So I'm going to go ahead and update that. That level is 1650. Okay, so I got to mark that zone. 1650, and I like to label it as AOI. It's an area of interest. It's another way of saying support resistance. Doesn't matter. It depends on the context of where price is coming. If it's going towards it, it's a level of resistance. If it's going up below it, it could be a level of support. So this is an area of interest now. This is an area of interest. So if price was to come back down, right now I'm up 34%. So my thesis would still remain the same. As long as we don't lose this P-trans level, I'm technically bullish on it based on the option data, okay, based on Gextron. It's possible that we can reject here and then potentially go back up higher. It's possible that we can go all the way down here and potentially bounce higher. It really depends on what's going on with Gextron and it's going to let me know whether we're call dominated or put dominated at some point. It will let me know in advance before I even get into the trade. Now I did have here 17.5. I had 20 as max reward at the time, but now I have to update this information. So this lets me know the tallest bar, if we're heading towards it, is the biggest level of resistance. So more than likely, this zone right here is going to be my profit taking area, which is going to be a good one. This puts my trade again to a 1 to 4.83 RVR, right? So we're already up 34%. This has the opportunity to go up a little bit more, potentially making the trade probably an 80 to 90% return. Okay. Now, above it, we do have 20. It doesn't mean it can't go above it because Gextron takes into consideration market participants and then also market makers, and it will make its calculations based off that. But this is now just an AOI, just a normal area of interest, but a tough one nonetheless because you can see it's some of the largest, it's one of the tallest bars that Zeta has at the moment. Okay, that is the trading strategy. It really doesn't get any more complicated than that. It's as easy as just getting into my tool, letting it tell me what is going on, like what are the next levels, and all I have to do is just trade as close as possible to the level of to the next key level. Like say, like per se that we're doing longs. If I want to get into Zeta, if you haven't gotten into Zeta, you either want to wait that we get above this area of interest, or we get back below this area of interest, and then you want to see a reaction to the upside. It's that simple. You just wait. You just get close to your key level, to your support resistance, and then you take action, right? And make sure that you look at volume to support the move to what you want. Is there volume picking up to the downside? Maybe you want to go into a short. If you're looking for an upside movement, then you want to make sure that volume is supporting the move to the upside. As you can see right now in the daily time frame, volume is kind of dying down. So I'm just being aware of what's happening. Even though the 1793 is my ideal target, I'm keeping an eye out on volume, price action in the key levels as they change throughout the day. All right, and so this is how I trade support and resistance, and this is a pretty effective strategy because it's always taking a look into what is the future. The money is made on the right side, not on the left hand side. So I don't ever look at the weekly time frame, the monthly time frame. I don't care about what that's got to say. The only thing I care about is what the option premiums are telling me, and my tool is going to just grab that, aggregate it, and then tell me right then and there. That makes my job easy as a retail trader. All right, that's it for this video. If you have any questions, put comments down below, and I will get back to you. I'll put a couple links down below if you want to trade with me and my team, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.